Morning. Good morning, everyone. I want to call the Drainage District Board of Directors meeting to order. We'll start a roll call to establish quorum.
Good morning, David Fuentes, Precinct 1.
Eddie Cantu, Precinct 2.
Everardo Villarreal, Precinct 3.
Richard Cortez, County Judge, constitutes a quorum of four. Would you please lead us in this morning's prayer?
Yes, sir. Good morning, Judge. Good morning, Commissioners. Good morning to everyone. Let's stand up, bow our heads, and have another word of prayer this morning. Father God, and your word tells us in Philippians 4:6-7, do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition with thanksgiving, present your request to God, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds in Christ Jesus. Father, we come before you today with grateful hearts, acknowledging that you are sovereign over every authority, Father, every decision, in every circumstance. Your word reminds us in Philippians 4:6-7, not to be anxious about anything, but in everything, Father God, in everything, by prayer and petition with thanksgiving, present our request to you. And you promise that your peace, Father, which is the most important thing, which surpasses all understanding, will guard our hearts and minds in Christ Jesus. Father God, we continue to lift up our local, state, and county, and national leaders to you. Continue to fill them with wisdom, Father, understanding, discernment in all they do. We specifically continue to pray for the great judge and the great four commissioners that you've appointed to lead this great county of ours. Guide the discussions and decisions today. Grant them clarity, integrity, humility, courage, and peace, Father, as they consider matters that will impact our communities and future generations. May every decision made here today, Father God, honor you, reflect your righteousness, and serve the good of all the people. Lord, throughout Scripture, you have shown yourself to be the strength of your people in every battle, in every season of uncertainty. Remind us today, not every challenge is overcome by human strength or strategy alone. Father, teach us to seek you first, to trust you fully, and to move forward with confidence, knowing that you, Father, are faithful. Replace anxiety with your perfect peace, uncertainty with steadfast faith, and fear, Father, with courage to do what is right. May this board be marked by respectful dialogue, Father God, unity of purpose, and decisions that reflect justice, compassion, and wisdom. Scripture reminds us the more we seek you, the more we'll find you. We continue to seek you in everything we do. Always perform our duties as we were performing for you, Father. We ask all this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Do we have anybody to sign up for open forum?
No, sir, Judge.
Judge, on the consent agenda, if I may, we will take all items from the consent agenda with exception of item B1, B2, and item C, sir. B1, B2, and item C we will remove from the agenda and completely take the rest of it off the board on that.
And that would be item 3, B1 and 2, and
Yes,
3.
3B1, 3B1, B2, and item 3C.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Okay, and Judge, for items B1, 3B1 and items 3B2, Commissioner Fuentes will be abstaining and not participating in any discussion or action on items 3B1 and items 3B2.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Let the record show Commissioner Fuentes abstained from any discussion or action on these items.
Thank you, sir. And item 3C, Commissioner Villarreal will be abstaining, not participating in discussion on item 3C, sir.
Motion approved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Let the record show Commissioner Villarreal abstain from any discussion or action on this item.
Thank you, Judge. If I may, I'll move on to discussion and update adjourned manager. This relates to pending construction ACD project. So we have it here somewhere. There it is. Okay. So we've been participating in National Night Out campaigns are going on countywide. We've been want to thank the city of Mission FAR and San Juan for the invitations. Actually, tonight we have one in Precinct 2 in San Juan. We'll be participating from 6 p.m. to about 8 p.m. We did the one in Edinburgh. So we've been, representing, for this combined night out, also back to school events, which is nice to be a part of. We also, just for the benefit of the board and the public, we just finished right ahead of Vaqueros' first home football game. We finished our Edinburgh stub improvements that we've done. We did, basically they had a limited pedestrian bridge there, so we put in some boxes, some water crossings, some riprap. Fencing will be up this week, so it'll allow the pedestrian traffic that's going to be parking in the areas to come across our system, and just so everyone can have a better game day experience. So, hopefully the Vaqueros win their first game and continue to win the rest of the season. So my daughter is there right now, and my oldest daughter actually graduated from there. So what is it, the V's Up? And she tries to tell me how it is, but I have trouble. Give us some commissions.
It's always just one finger.
V's for victory. V for victory.
Yes, the V's Up. Anyway, that's all I have for today, Judge. If I may, I'll move on to item 6A.
Before we move on, I want to say thank you for the groundbreaking that we had over in Mercedes.
Oh, yes, sir, of
That
course,
was-
yes.
That was really nice, and thank you to your staff for everything you're doing to help them out with their grant.
Yes, sir, definitely. Yes, sir, thank you for that. You are welcome, sir. 6A1, submission of the 2026 Water District Voter Approved Tax Rate Worksheet, Form 50-858 for developing districts. Laura? My CFO? Yeah.
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. We're presenting the submission of the 2026 Water District Voter Approval Tax Worksheet for developing districts. We're going to discuss the tax rates that we came up with. The worksheet uses the average taxable value of a home. If you compare that to last year, it was $177,871, and this year the average taxable value is $185,830. There's two rates that we compute. The first rate is the voter approval rate, and that is calculated using the current year's debt rate, which is prepared by the tax office, and adding that rate to the, and adding the rate that would allow the district to increase its M&O rate by 8%. And that calculates to 11.1126, which is on page 2. The election tax rate is calculated by taking it allows the district to increase the whole levy by 8%. And that rate calculates to 0.1160. This year's proposed tax rate, from what we've been looking at our budget, we would like to propose that we keep the same tax rate as last year at 0.1123. Okay. Any questions?
How were you impacted by the exemptions that came into being this year?
The exemptions?
Exemptions given to homeowners and other,
The taxable, it includes we subtract them out. The general exemptions, they take an average of them and it's subtracted out from the,
but how much of your income was eroded simply because of the exemptions? If you don't know, it's okay.
I wouldn't be able to say.
Okay.
I do know how much we're gonna make more with the same tax
Because there's
rate.
a lot of taxing bodies that are concerned with the exemptions really reduce their overall gross collections.
Like Houston, Dallas, San Antonio. I've seen a bunch of cities.
Yeah.
McAllen.
Okay.
We can definitely look into that, Judge, and provide it to the board to get an idea of what that is, sir. For sure, for information purposes, we can definitely do that, sir.
Well, I think the public needs to know that
Yes, sir.
there are pluses and minuses as we look at this thing.
Well, maintaining the same tax rate will increase our revenues by, let me see, by 2.1 million. I'm sorry, 2.3 million. And of course, the other rates, the election tax rate would obviously increase our taxes or our revenue by 4.5 million. And if we were to go higher, we'd need to have an election for that.
Rollback.
And
If we go higher, yes.
if we were to go
Are
higher.
you deep enough into your budgeting that you know how much your budget is gonna grow?
Yes, we discuss it quite frequently.
We had that discussion yesterday.
Yes.
And what percentage is your budget growing?
Roughly about 5% during the year.
So you're gonna use some of your reserves to make up that
We
difference?
may, Judge, but what we have is Raul's been implementing the in-house construction where we're able to reimburse ourselves and credit our expenditures.
We've been generating some revenue, sir, for some of the work that we've done district-wide with other entities and so forth, so that helps in shoring up that possible difference or that growth that we have, sir.
Well, we were thinking of reducing the rate, that's what we're asking, so.
Okay.
But if your expenses are growing 5% and your
Yeah.
income is growing only, which would be more than 2 million,
Yes.
I don't have any other questions, sir.
Okay. So,
I think the message, so it's a message I want to give the county, but I give you the same message, is that values are going down and for different reasons. And like Judge mentioned, revenues are going down because of all the exemptions that they're making, or they're increasing the exemptions. And so we need to act now and prepare ourselves now. And the future is going to be worse in terms of revenues. So let's start getting ready for that. We need to get skinny now and not wait till our revenues go down. So it's great, our revenues went up, that's awesome. There's no way they're gonna go up next year, not based
Yeah.
on what I'm seeing or what they're telling us this year. So just
Yeah.
get ready.
Well, this immigration issue is getting everything higher and higher and higher. Labor is gonna get higher and higher. Construction is gonna be delayed, so I'm predicting escalation of expenses, certainly for the next couple of years.
And I don't know
And,
why, I don't understand city budgets as much as county budgets, but like I was mentioning, I saw an article in the newspaper where Dallas and the big cities, basically Houston, are having huge budget shortfalls. And they have different revenues and stuff like that, but it's coming, so we need to get ready.
we need to take a record vote of the proposed tax rate of .1123,
Which is the same as last year.
same
Yeah,
as
that's
last year.
correct, same as last year's.
In which it sets our max, but we can make adjustments
We could make
later.
adjustments to reduce it,
Thank you.
to go lower.
I make a motion to approve.
Second?
All in favor, say aye
Aye.
by vote,
Record vote.
what do you call it, the?
Record vote.
Record vote, yeah.
Aye.
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 Aye. Let the record show that the vote was unanimous.
And we will set a public hearing for the tax increase on September 22nd at 9:30 a.m., which is the day we'll approve our budget.
So there will only be
One public hearing.
one public hearing.
Do we need a vote on that as well?
Yeah, and that's item 6A4.
And why are we waiting till the 22nd of September?
Couldn't we have it earlier?
Yeah.
Do you want to have
We
it
can set it
earlier?
earlier, Judge, yeah, give an opportunity, of course.
I mean.
I like it, yes.
The week
if you have
before,
a
we'll
public
be
hearing
presenting
and
our-
we have to adopt the budget by the 30th, that doesn't give us much time to.
We can do it on the week before, which is when we'll present
I
our,
would think so, just in
Okay.
case. Let's hear from the public and.
Yes, sir.
Let's see what they say.
so that would be 23 minutes,
Are we doing separate meetings? Public hearing one meeting, adoption the other meeting, or same day?
separate. It will be the meeting, and that will be
Minus 50,
September,
9:50.
See, because what's the last meeting? Oh, well, we're gonna have a meeting.
September 22nd.
So it'd be the
Budget,
fifth,
no?
well, the
What-
meeting would be
What's our
the,
last meeting of September, Bradley?
The last
The
meeting in
15th?
September, we're adopting,
15th.
Judge, is going to be the 22nd of September.
the 15th, you have a scheduled meeting, right?
Right.
You wanna do it on the
skip-
15th, sir?
22nd.
We can schedule the public hearing for September 15th.
And then have the adoption on the 22nd, sir.
Okay.
But you'll be,
That
good?
that sounds better.
okay? We can do that, sir.
Okay. Make a motion to approve as presented.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. You have it? Maybe I wrote on it. Yes, that's right.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Thank you, Judge. Commissioners, if I may, I'll move on to item 6B. Approval of vacation payment number 5 in the amount of $65,148.41. Core Equipment LLC pertaining to construction contract CACD 12506300303.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 6C, just a correction in the number, sir. It's requesting approval of concession number 4 to provide construction material testing service in the total amount of $26,747.20. That's the correct number, sir. As submitted by LNG Consulting Engineers, Inc. for various drainage crossing improvements, Edinburgh Stroke Drainage Crossing, Melba Carter Draining, and Mile 9 and 1015, subject to final legal review.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Sir, if I may, I can do 7A, D through 3 collectively. 7A, requesting approval of closing documents, Part 6A, as it relates to Project 30, the 2018 Drainage Project Program, Penitas Drain, authority for the chairman of the board to execute documents pending final review. 7B, requesting approval of closing documents, Parcel 6B, as it relates to Project 30, the 2018 Drainage Bond Program, Penitas Drain, authority for the chairman of the board to execute documents pending final review. 7C, requesting approval of closing documents, Parcel 6C, as it relates to Project 30, the 2018 Drainage Bond Program, Penitas Drain, authority for the chairman of the board to execute documents pending final review. 7D1, approval of payment application number 12 in the amount of $1,350 from RDH Siding Concrete LLC pertaining to construction contract CACD 12403400806. 7D2, approval of an acceptance certificate of partial construction completion from RDH Siding CDD 12403400806. 7D3, approval of application payment number 13, retainage in the amount of $156,169.70 and $1,442.43 in interest from RDH Siding Concrete LLC pertaining to construction contract C, ACDD 12403400806. Request action on 7A, B, C, D, 1, 2, and 3.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. For the record, sir, 7D4, Commissioner Fuentes will be abstaining, not participating in discussion and action. 7D4, approval application payment number 2 in the amount of $179,033.58 from Gonzalez Engineering and Management pertaining to construction contract CACD 12502105029.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Let the record show Commissioner Fuentes abstain from any discussion or action on this item.
Thank you. We'll move 8A, 1 and 2, approve application payment number 6 in the amount of $89,100.00 from Center Development Construction pertaining to construction contract CACD 12503709030, and 8A2, approve application payment number 6 in the amount of $91,848.27 from Econ Group pertaining to construction contract CACD 12503811028.
Motion to approve.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. 9A, 1 through 9, we request approval of budget amendments for the variable balances in the capital projects funds as December 31st, 2025 is necessary to provide funding for the continued construction and completion of ongoing district projects. 9A1, capital fund project 132, 20 bond series in the amount of $420 and $842.00. Capital Project Fund 133, 23 bond series in the amount of $5,968,516.16 Capital Fund 134, 2019 bond series in the amount of $3,551,994.00. Capital Project Fund 135, 2021 taxable bond series in the amount of $19,106,500. Item 5, Capital Project Fund 136, 2021 bond series in the amount of $1,030,920.00. Capital Project Fund 137, 2021 taxable series in the amount of $45,516,531. Number 7, Capital Project Fund 173, 2020 bond Series in the amount of $17,471,746.00. Item 8, Capital Project Fund 174, 2025 bond series in the amount of $17,430.00. Capital Fund Project Fund 175, 2025 taxable series in the amount of $27,570.00.
I can't believe we gave somebody that was educated in Alabama all this money to spend.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so-
I appreciate your confidence in me, sir. Thank you.
Motion to approve?
Actually, it's Laura that's doing it. My team is solid.
Second.
My team is solid. My team is solid.
We have a
Thank you, sir.
motion and a second to approve. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
9B, requesting approval to close out debt service fund 146-2016 bonds that were refunded and to transfer its fund balance of $1,102,014 into the new 2025 bond service debt service accounts.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
We do have an item, sir.
Okay, pursuant to subchapter D of chapter 501 of Texas Government Code, we'll be retiring to closed session to discuss items listed under code sections 551.072, .074, .071. May I have a motion to do so?
Motion made?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. I have 9:54.
You caught?
Okay, we're back from closed session. I've got 3 minutes after 10.
Yes, sir.
On,
We do have some. Thank you. Go ahead.
on item 11A, action is required to authorize Mr. Sassine to proceed as discussed in the closed meeting.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Commissioner. That's it.
That concludes our agenda items. May I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion made?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. We are adjourned. I now want to call the Hidalgo County Commissioners Court meeting to order. We'll start with a roll call to establish quorum.
Good morning, David Fuentes, Precinct 1.
Eddie Country Precinct 2?
Everardo Villarreal, precinct 3?
Ellie Torres, precinct 4.
Richard Cortez, County Judge, that constitutes a quorum of 5. Today, we're very honored to have veteran Gerardo Montes. He served in the U.S. Army. He reached the rank of Corporal E4. He's a U.S. Army veteran. He served from 2009 to 2013. Mr. Montes is a Purple Heart recipient and is proudly working for the Hidalgo County Veterans Office under the Mental Health Grant Outreach Specialist 2, where he focuses on being a positive advocate for our veterans in our community that strives to help them towards their recovery. Thank you for your service.
Thank you, Judge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Today, we also have Ms. Iris Castillo. She is with our Health Benefits Manager 3 in our Health Department that will lead us in this morning's prayer.
Good morning, Honorable Judge and Commissioners. Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for the opportunity to gather today and serve the people of Hidalgo County. We ask for your wisdom and guidance over our county judge, commissioners, elected officials, employees, and all those gathered here. Guide the decisions made today with integrity, compassion, and a spirit of service. May we continue to work together for the well-being and the prosperity of Hidalgo County. We thank you for our many blessings and the privilege of serving our community. In your holy name we pray. Amen.
Thank you. Okay, we have a special ceremony today, proclamation honoring National Breastfeeding Month.
Everybody involved can come forward.
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. Presenting Agenda Item 104374, requesting approval of proclamation recognizing August 2026 as National Breastfeeding Month. And now for the proclamation reading. Whereas breastfeeding offers unique health benefits essential for an infant's growth and development, while also playing a crucial role in reducing the risk of infectious and chronic diseases, safeguarding the health of both mothers and their children. And whereas the American Academy of Pediatrics recommends exclusive breastfeeding for the initial 6 months after birth, with continuation of breastfeeding for 2 years or longer as mutually desired by mother and child, a recommendation that is also supported by the World Health Organization. And whereas the United States Department of Agriculture and cooperating state health departments, territories, and tribal organizations promote and support breastfeeding as the best source of infant nutrition through the Special Supplemental Nutrition Program for Women, Infants, and Children, and other nutrition assistance programs. And whereas WIC plays a pivotal role in educating the public on laws that protect a woman's right to breastfeed in public and provides information on the national protections under the Pump Act of 2022, which guarantees pumping breaks and private spaces for nursing employees in various professions, thereby supporting mothers' ability to provide breast milk after returning to the workforce. And whereas Hidalgo County is proudly celebrating over 50 years of WIC services, a program that has profoundly improved pregnancy outcomes and the health and developmental outcomes of children. And whereas Hidalgo County honors the WIC Peer Counseling Program and the Lactation Care Center, where mothers can receive expert breastfeeding assistance from international board-certified lactation consultants. Hidalgo County also recognizes the dedication of Hidalgo County WIC employees for their commitment to breastfeeding support and has reinforced this year's Texas WIC theme of breastfeeding support anytime, anywhere, highlighting the breastfeeding resources available day and night to support our WIC families. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that the Hidalgo County Commissioners Court hereby recognizes August 2026 as National Breastfeeding Month and encourages the community to learn the importance of breastfeeding, support breastfeeding initiatives, and contribute to a nurturing environment that prioritizes the health and well-being of mothers and infants throughout Hidalgo County. Requesting approval.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you very much for this meeting.
Today, we have many supporters of this proclamation, including mommies who have breastfed their children, the WIC department, and we also have a representative from Congressman Monica de la Cruz's office and many other supporters. But making remarks this morning, we have Clarissa Ramirez, Director of the Hidalgo County WIC program, and we also have Miriam Cepeda Gelman, and she is a mommy who supports this initiative.
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. On behalf of the Hidalgo County WIC program, I would like to express our sincere appreciation for this proclamation. A special thank you to Commissioner Torres for this proclamation and to Judge Cortez and all of the Hidalgo County Commissioners for the continued support of our organization and the families we serve. Today, as we recognize National Breastfeeding Month, we celebrate the importance of supporting healthy families and ensuring that every parent has access to encouragement, education, and respectful care. WIC provides comprehensive breastfeeding support, including specialized lactation consulting, peer counseling, educational resources, and access to breast pumps to help mothers succeed at every stage of breastfeeding. Breastfeeding is a personal journey, and every family's experience is different. Some parents may need information and reassurance, while others may face challenges that require specialized support. No matter where a family begins, they deserve to know that they are not alone. That is why the work of Texas WIC is so important. WIC provides much more than supplemental food assistance. WIC connects families with resources, education, and caring professionals who help parents make informed decisions and reach their feeding goals. Today, we honor our breastfeeding peer counselors. The Hidalgo County WIC program employs 26 peer counselors at 22 WIC clinics and the Lactation Care Center, RGV. They provide parent-to-parent support, and their personal experience, empathy, and encouragement provide a powerful source of support to pregnant and breastfeeding women. During the last quarter, our peer counselors provided breastfeeding counseling information and support to 19,720 breastfeeding moms here in Hidalgo County. Because of the education we provide, our breastfeeding initiation rates average 90%, which is above the state's average of 83%. They also educated 13,620 pregnant participants on the benefits of breastfeeding during this last quarter. Today, we also honor our International Board Certified Lactation Consultants, or IBCLCs. The Hidalgo County WIC program employs 3 IBCLCs at our Lactation Care Center, RGV. They bring advanced training and evidence-based care for breastfeeding families when challenges are more complex. They empower parents to make informed choices and work alongside caregivers to support long-term breastfeeding outcomes. All WIC staff have been trained on breastfeeding education, no matter their role. I'd also like to give a huge recognition to all of our WIC staff for the successful launch of eWIC. eWIC was launched throughout the state of Texas on July 1st, 2026, and allows for remote benefit issuance when a nutrition education class has been completed on texaswic.org or via the MyWIC app. eWIC makes services more efficient, is convenient, and accessible, as clients no longer have to physically come into the clinic after the completion of a nutrition education class to obtain their benefits. Our dedicated staff are committed each day to making a positive difference in the lives of the individuals and families in our community. To learn more about breastfeeding and breastfeeding resources, please visit breastmilkcounts.com or texaswic.org. Now with us here today are 3 peer counselors who have been employed with the Hidalgo County WIC program for 20 years or more. We have Rosa Huerta, who's been with the WIC program for 26 years as a peer counselor, and currently she's employed in San Carlos. We have Amanda Watson, who's been with WIC 21 years, and she's at our Mercedes Clinic, and Rubicela Martinez, 20 years, and she's at our Alamo Clinic. We also have present Diana Cardona, breastfeeding coordinator, who oversees our peer counselor program, and Margarita Miller, breastfeeding coordinator assistant, who have also been employed for more than 20 years. We also have 2 IBCLCs from our Lactation Care Center, Patricia Hernandez Garcia, registered dietitian, and Tamara Garcia. So Tamara has a few words that she'd like to say as well.
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. My name's Tamara. I'm one of the lactation consultants there at the Lactation Center, and I'm honored here today representing the center as we recognize Breastfeeding Awareness Month. Through the WIC program, we provide breastfeeding education and lactation support at no cost to our WIC participants. We help families with concerns about latch, milk supply, pumping, and many other questions and concerns that go along with there, so that we can help them throughout their breastfeeding journey. We also believe that breastfeeding education can begin as early as before baby arrives. We offer breastfeeding classes during pregnancy, and these classes are free and open to everyone in the community. Whether you participate in the WIC program or not, those classes are free to them through our WIC. Our goal is to make sure that families know that support and education are available. You don't have to wait until you're struggling to reach out for help. We prepare, educate, and support families from pregnancy throughout the breastfeeding journey. Thank you to Commissioner Eli Torres and Hidalgo County for recognizing Breastfeeding Awareness Month, and for bringing awareness to the breastfeeding resources available to families in our community. Thank you.
Thank you, Tamara. We also have 2 of our WIC coordinators with us here today who had successful breastfeeding experiences while working for the Hidalgo County WIC program. Cassandra Suarez, employed with WIC 23 years, and Edna Garcia, employed with WIC 14 years. I'd like to mention that 8 years ago, Edna donated 5 gallons of her breast milk to the Mother's Milk Bank at Austin. Her breast milk was provided to multiple premature infants who were in the neonatal intensive care unit, which helped them to successfully thrive. And I'd also like to mention that, she has a photo here. I'm sorry. A photo here of her infant at the time and all the breast milk that she donated. Wow. So it's amazing. Thank you, Evan. Now, Cassandra Suarez, I'm going to have her come to the mic as well. She's going to talk about her experience with pumping while working.
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. My name is Cassandra Suarez. I'm a coordinator with the WIC program and also a registered dietitian. My breastfeeding journey began 15 and 13 years ago with the births of my two babies. I was fortunate to exclusively breastfeed both of them with the encouragement and support of my husband and my WIC director, who made it possible for me to have a comfortable place and time to pump twice a day while at work. I truly enjoyed my time breastfeeding and the special bond it created with my children. And looking back, I'm grateful for the support I received and proud to know that I was able to give my babies the best start I could with the support of my employer with WIC. Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy. And one last thing I'd like to mention also that we've also collaborated with the different precincts and nonprofit organizations for events being held this month. And happy National Breastfeeding Month. Thank y'all.
Okay. Good morning, County Judge and Commissioners. My name is Miriam Gelman, and many of you know me through different aspects in my career. However, I come before you today in my most important role, which is a mother. I am the proud mother of two beautiful, healthy girls. My youngest was born less than 2 weeks ago. So I stand here before you today in the very early days of my postpartum era. In fact, this is the first time I have left the house and gotten ready to be here today. I also would like to commend Tamara. I actually learned of the lactation center provided by the county 2 years ago with my first child. And let me just say the lactation center is a wonderful resource for mothers that did not know that there are resources out there for their breastfeeding journey. And through the help of Tamara, I was able to nurse my child for 15 months. And so if you knew me during that period, you might have seen me all disheveled, but still getting work done. Today is more than a proclamation. It is an opportunity to recognize, celebrate, and support the mothers and families who make the decision to breastfeed, and to acknowledge the commitment, challenges, and dedication that come with that journey. As a mother, again, who is currently experiencing that journey firsthand, being here today means so much to me, as it does to all the mothers here today. We feel heard and we feel celebrated. I want to speak directly to this court, especially the men, because while you may not personally experience pregnancy, childbirth, or breastfeeding, many of you have women in your lives that have done so. There's an incredible amount of labor, love, and sacrifice that a mother gives to bring a child into this world, your child into this world. For nearly 10 months, we carry our babies, and then we go through childbirth, whether naturally or by C-section. But once the baby arrives, the real work begins. There are feedings every 2 hours, sometimes more often with cluster feeding. There is pumping, nursing, diaper changes, sleepless nights, measuring, timekeeping, cleaning, washing, and trying to find a moment to eat or rest. And then comes the pediatrician visit, which is one of the hardest things a breastfeeding mother can hear is, your baby isn't gaining enough weight. At a time when a mother is already experiencing significant physical and hormonal changes, those words can create fear, guilt, and doubt. Am I producing enough? Am I doing enough? What is best for my baby? Whether a mother breastfeeds exclusively, supplements with formula, pumps, uses donor milk, or chooses formula feeding, what matters most is that she and her baby are healthy and supported. Today, mothers are also balancing careers, family responsibilities, financial pressures, and the demands of returning to work. For many women, continuing to breastfeed after returning to work requires an incredible amount of planning, dedication, and support every day. That is why support matters, and events such as Breastfeeding Awareness Month matters, as we feel heard and appreciated. Every breastfeeding journey is different. Some mothers experience low supply, some experience oversupply, and others are just enough. For myself, I was labeled as just enough for 15 months. I was able to provide what she needed, but it required dedication every single day, and no amount of milk was to be wasted. Again, pumping, nursing, labeling, measuring, cleaning, sterilizing, tracking feeding times, losing track of time, changing diapers, counting number of dirty diapers, power pumping, nighttime feedings, round-the-clock sleep deprivation, and feedings on demand. These are just some of the things that become part of a mother's daily workload. Postpartum depression is real. Currently, with the news today, A mother can feel incredibly grateful and deeply in love with her baby while also feeling exhausted, overwhelmed, and like she has lost part of herself. The blurred existence of motherhood in the postpartum period is real, especially when mothers deserve compassion and support throughout their journey, and they don't have that support. Breastfeeding is natural, however, it does not mean it's easy. 1 year alone can account for over 1,800 hours in 1 year, time comparable to working a full-time job. That is why awareness matters, and this event today is extremely important. I would like to sincerely thank Commissioner Torres for taking my call and supporting this endeavor and recognizing August as Breastfeeding Awareness Month in Hidalgo County for the first time, and I hope that we can continue to do this as the years come forward. Thank you for recognizing mothers, supporting families, and celebrating the work that happens every day, multiple times a day, to nourish our children. Thank you. I know we're going on and on, but I would really like Vera to say a couple of words. She's going to say something in Spanish, so please, thank you, Vera.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. My name is Silvia Vera, and I'm just a mom. And I just have a few words to share with you. Mi viaje de amor, fuerza y fe. En el 2023 me convertí en mamá. Y llegar a ese momento no fue fácil. Venía de enfrentar un cáncer de ovario, un diagnóstico reciente de lupus, 2 pérdidas de embarazo y un tratamiento largo, doloroso y en ese momento fallido. Por eso, cuando finalmente supe que estaba embarazada, sentí que tenía que hacer todo lo posible para cuidar a ese bebé que tanto había esperado. Cuidé mi alimentación, mi cuerpo y mi paz, y también me preparé para ser mamá. Incluso antes de que naciera, decidí que ser una mamá lactante tenía que ser una prioridad. Tuve la fortuna de contar con una dula maravillosa, con el apoyo del Lactation Center también, y todo este acompañamiento me ayudó a confiar en mi cuerpo y en mi capacidad para maternar. El 9 de junio del 2023 nació Diana Emiliano, mi hijo. Desde el momento en el que lo recibí en mis brazos y durante 3 años y 1 mes fui mamá lactante. Y no voy a decirles que fue fácil. Desde el principio produje apenas la leche que Diana necesitaba. Soy profesora de tiempo completo en la Universidad de Texas y también soy cineasta. Tenía que dividirme entre trabajo, maternidad, guardería y lactancia. Muchas veces sin una red de apoyo cercana, porque no soy de este país, soy de México. Pero encontré la manera. Y con el apoyo de mi universidad, con espacios para extraer mi leche, paciencia y sobre todo mucha perseverancia, seguí adelante. Porque para mí la lactancia no fue solamente alimentar a mi hijo, también fue descubrir una fuerza que no sabía que tenía. Hoy, al mirar hacia atrás, sé que no lo hice perfecto, lo hice con amor y eso es todo lo que cuenta. Por eso hoy quiero decirle a todas las mamás lactantes, confíen en ustedes, cada gota, cada esfuerzo, cada madrugada y cada momento difícil cuenta. Nada de lo que hacemos por nuestros hijos es pequeño. Y si mi historia puede servirle de ejemplo a una sola mamá para recordarle que es capaz, entonces todo este camino habrá valido la pena. Gracias por celebrar la lactancia, pero sobre todo gracias por celebrar a las mujeres que lo hacemos posible. Gracias.
In 2023, I became a mom, and that moment was not easy at all. I had just faced ovarian cancer, lupus diagnostic, and 2 failed pregnancies, and a very long and hurtful treatment, and at that moment was not successful. That's why when I finally knew that I was pregnant, I knew that I had to do everything in my power to take care of that baby. I took care of the food that I ate, my body, my peace, and I also prepared myself to be a mom. Even before the childbirth, I decided to be a breastfeeding mom. I had the fortune to have the support needed and to trust my body and the capacity for breastfeeding. On June 9, 2023, Dian Emiliano was born, my son. Since that moment, I received him with open arms, and during 3 years and 1 month, I was a breastfeeding mom. I'm not gonna say to you that it was easy. Since the beginning, I produced just enough milk that Diane needed. I'm a full-time professor at the University of Texas, and I also produce films. I had to divide myself between work, maternity, and breastfeeding, many times without the support network. But I found one. With the support of my university, in common and spaces where I could extract the milk with patience and above all with perseverance, I was able to move on. Because for me, breastfeeding is not only about feeding my son. It was also discovering the strength in me that I didn't know I had. That's why when I look back, I know that it wasn't perfect, but I did it with love, and that also counts. That's why I want to tell you now to all the breastfeeding moms, trust in yourselves. Every drop, every struggle, every early morning, and every moment, and every difficult moment counts. Nothing that what we do for our sons is small. And if my story helps, for an example, for at least one mom, to remind them that they are capable, then it will be worth it. Thank you for celebrating breastfeeding, but above all, thank you for celebrating the women who make it possible.
Miriam, one last question. Were you affected by any of the budget cuts?
Me?
WIC program?
Clarissa.
Clarissa, I'm sorry.
As of now, I haven't received notice from the state agency, but the budget cuts remains the same.
Okay, great, thank you. Everybody stay.
Sir, you could come back here. Where's the director? Oh, Gato. The director. Oh, come on back here. Yeah. Can you call Gato for me? Gato. Gato. The director needs to be up front too. The director, I can barely see her. Clarice. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, as long as you can see me, I can see you.
Spot.
Yeah.
Very good. We're good.
All right. Everyone, just look forward and smile, okay? Just look forward. Maybe 1, 2, 3. And then I have this right here. All right. Good?
Good.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
There's always more to the story, bro.
I'm always the last to hear about.
Okay, we have the approval of the consent agenda.
Thank you, Judge, Commissioners. Judge, Commissioners, with respect to the consent agenda, I'm asking for the court to pull from consent agenda item 7D4. No, I'm sorry, not 74. My apologies. I'm looking at the wrong one. Commissioners Court consent agenda pull for discussion is item 9A 1 and 2, 14B1, 14B5, 14C7, 14B4, and 14D1. Balance of the agenda to be acted on, Judge, Commissioners.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Thank you. And Judge, Commissioners, for the record, consent agenda item 9A 1 and 2, 14B1, 14B5, 14C7, and 14B4. I'm sorry. Let's start again. 9A 1 and 2, 14B1, 14B5, and 14C7. Commissioner Fuentes will be abstaining from any discussion and/or action. And consent agenda items 14B4 and 14D1. Commissioner Villarreal will be abstaining from any discussion and/or action.
Yeah, you want
So
to take the first, that Fuentes first?
Okay, yes, and that would be 9A 1 and 2, 14B1, 14B5, and 14C7.
I move we approve it.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Let the record show Commissioner Fuentes abstain from any discussion or action on these items.
And consent agenda items 14B4 and 14D1, Commissioner Villarreal will be abstaining from any discussion and/or action.
Motion approved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Let the record show Commissioner Villarreal abstain from any discussion or action on these items. They have open forum.
Thank you, Judge, Commissioners. We do have 2 participants under open forums. First participant is Ms. Fern McClarty. Ms. McClarty, there is a 3-minute time limit. I will advise when there is 1 minute, and I will start when you start.
Commissioners, today I will provide a summary of the comments that I received concerning the agendas and, in some cases, the information distributed by the county departments. I will tell you up front that no one has ever said that the county is doing a good job and they would give more money to the county. What they does say is that it is important to hear from those who have benefited from the services provided. Although it is important to hear from those in the rural area, it is the people in the urban areas who provide the county major source of income. Where do I get all this words of wisdom? From the people that call me 24/7. I also know most elected officials on first-name basis and attend public meetings. If you just listen, they will tell you how your money will be spent. The part that I am working on is how to reduce spending and allow people to keep more of their money. Judge Ramon once told me, people vote for us because we are good financial stewards of public money. Oh, I don't think so. But what people most dislike is property taxes. People do not know how much money it will take to run the county. They do not know that every 12 months the county budget increases. I do not mean property taxes. I mean the total county budget. From 2025 to 2026, the adopted budget increased by $52,838,333. That is a 14% increase. Nobody in the public sector gets 14% increase every year, and the county is only one of 6 bodies that increase taxes. Most of the public does not understand that when the county sells bonds, it is pledging their homes and businesses. They do not know that Hidalgo County has 14 outstanding bond issues and that it pays $37 million a year in interest. The financial strategy is to stay in debt because it was not, then they would not any plans to pay it off. If you attend meetings, it is obvious that the county has not finished building the courthouse because it is built in a drainage floodway. It requires drainage canal. All the streets and striping and blacktop will have to be moved, and significant parts of the business sector on 107 going to the east will close. So no, I do not think elected officials are financially smarter. Voters need to be careful when they're voting because it could take 4 years and a lot of money to fix the problem. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Our next presenter is Mr. Leo Puente. Mr. Puente, there's a 3-minute time limit. I'll advise when there's 1 minute.
It'll only take one.
Oh, yes, sir.
Good morning.
Morning.
I'm here. My name is Leo Puente. I'm a resident of Alton, Precinct 3, lifetime. I'm 73 years old, and I've been applying for work. I visited the maintenance offices, and they all tell me the same thing. Go to the web. Make your application on the web. I'm sorry, but I'm computer illiterate. I'm sorry about that, but I can read and write very well. If the commissioners can, or whoever is in charge, help me with a paper application, I can read and write and fill it in and turn it in. And if I qualify for some job, I'm a laborer. Remember that. And I can operate any piece of equipment that's on this green earth. And I'm damn good with a shovel. That's all I got to say. I need a paper application for employment.
Mr.
Thank
Puente.
you.
Thank you. And Mr. Puente, if you'd like, if you could please leave me your number, I'll reach out to you and I'll address your situation and we'll take care of it.
Every HR I visited in the county tells me the same thing.
I will address it for you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, so let me get your number. Judge, Commissioners, we don't have any other participants.
Okay, we're gonna skip around the agenda item. Let's go to number 9, Sheriff's Office.
Good morning, Commissioners. Captain Enrique Longoria on behalf of Sheriff J.E. Erigar. 9A, discussion, consideration, approval to appoint Daniel Nagarete Jr., Elaine Gonzalez, Frida Salazar, students at UTRGV as interns under the Hidalgo County Sheriff's Office Law Enforcement Internship Program for the period of September 2026 to December 2026. I seek approval.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Good morning.
We'll go to item 15A, Head Start Program.
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. Item 15A, requesting approval to amend the Memorandum of Understanding between the Hidalgo County Head Start Program and Donna Independent School District. The purpose of this amendment is to modify the MOU in section Head Start responsibilities. Head Start will enter into a lease agreement with Donna Independent School District and will lease the described real property, which is Guzman Head Start Academy, situated at 510 South Salinas Boulevard, Donna, Texas. And we have completed, as per requirement, the current fair market value of real property and determination of the value which has been made by Leonel Garza Jr. and Associates, LLC, for the certified appraisal. Request approval.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful day.
We'll go to number 17, Veteran Services.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. For the record, Samuel Perez Jr., Director of Veteran Services for Hidalgo County. Item 17A, No action at this time. 17B, requesting approval to accept the FY 2027 Texas Veterans Commission Funds for Veteran Assistance for non-clinical mental health grant in the amount of $200,000 for the grant periods starting September 1st, 2026 and ending August 31st of 2027. Approval to authorize the Hidalgo County Judge as the county's authorized official to sign all required documents, and approval of the certification of revenue by county auditors for the amount of $200,000 and the appropriation of the same.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Item 17C, TVC Housing for Texas Heroes Grant, requesting approval to accept the FY 2027 Texas Veterans Commission Funds for Veteran Assistance Housing for Texas Heroes Grant in the amount of $400,000 for the grant period starting September 1st, 2026 and ending August 31st of 2027. Also, requesting approval to authorize the Hidalgo County Judge as a county authorized official to sign all required documents, and approval of certification of revenue by the county auditor for the amount of $400,000 and the appropriation of the same.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Really quick, Judge and Commissioners, I'm accompanied today by Michael Sweet, who runs our Housing for Texas Heroes Grant, and we've been able to repair and remodel and weatherize 9 homes for veterans and surviving spouses. I also have Jerry Montes, who runs our Peer Support Mental Health Grant. We do counseling for veterans, not clinical, Wednesdays at 10 a.m. every Wednesday in our office, and we've already done 2 fishing retreats with veterans, which we call Fishing on the Pier with a Peer. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much for your service.
Thank you, sir.
We'll go to item 16, Election Department.
Is this for him? Thank you.
Okay, good morning, Judge and Commissioners. Hilda Salinas, Elections Administrator, here to present to you today. Item one.
Put this a little closer. There you go.
There we go. Item 104150, number 1, discussion on election updates. Of course, preparations for the upcoming November 3rd, 2026 general election and local entities elections is underway. The department is busy getting everything ready. An important date to remember is the last day to register to vote or to make any changes to your voter registration. And that day is Monday, October 5th. Residents can stop by our office at 2015 West Jackson Creek Avenue, Edinburgh, to register or to make those changes. Now, the first day of early voting is Monday, October 19th, and it'll run through Friday, October 30th. Election day will be Tuesday, November 3rd. We encourage residents of Hidalgo County to visit our website at www.hidalgocounty.us/elections for election information, or call us at 956-318-2570 with any questions. This is all I have for election updates. Do you all have any questions?
I thought the library in Benitez was going to be on here. Is it?
Yes,
I
the
don't see
Benitez Public Library is on there.
Okay.
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
See.
Thank you.
Yes, okay. Any other questions? Okay, I'll proceed with the next item on the agenda. Number 2, discussion, consideration, and approval to order the November 3rd, 2026 general election. The general election is ordered by the governor, judge, and commissioners. However, Commissioners Court should also complete the order to ensure that all required items related to the election have been completed. So I do recommend approval.
Motion to approve? Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Item number 3, discussion, consideration, and approval of the November 3rd, 2026 general election, early voting and election day polling locations. These lists are in your packet, and they're the last 2 pages listing the polling location information. If you don't have any questions or anything, I do recommend approval as well.
Motion to approve locations?
Monday?
On the polling location?
Yes.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you very much. You all have a great day.
We'll go to item 7, probate court. Who's here for that, Monday?
He's not here.
Let's go to item 8, district attorney's office.
Good morning, Commissioners. Judge Cortez, Rosalinda Cantu presenting for the District Attorney's Office. Item 8A, we're asking for approval to continue payment of salaries for one Assistant District Attorney currently being paid by the DVSP grant, pending the award of the 2026 fiscal year grant.
Motion to approve.
Second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
Item 7B, we're requesting approval to continue payment of salaries for one Victim Assistant Coordinator currently being paid by the VCLG grant, pending the award of the fiscal year 2026-2027 grant.
Motion to approve. Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
Item 7C, we are requesting approval to accept the fiscal year 2027 DA State Supplement Grant Award from the Texas Comptroller of Public Accounts Judiciary Section in the amount of $22,500. We're also asking for approval of the certification of revenues as certified by the County Auditor for the fiscal year 2027 DA State Supplement in the amount of $22,500 and appropriation of the same.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item 10, Constable Precinct 3.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. 10A1, no action. 10A2, approval of the appropriation for the 2026 Hidalgo County Constable Precinct 3 federal sharing DOG funds in the amount of $10,137.08.
Motion to approve. Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
Item 10B, Constable Precinct 3 Truancy Program FY26, approval to continue the payment of salaries and fringes for one deputy constable currently being paid by the Constable Precinct 3 Stop Truancy FY26 agreement with La Jolla ISD, which is pending award of the new FY27 agreement.
Motion to approve. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you.
Judge, Commissioners, thank you.
Item 11, Constable Precinct 4.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. Item 11A, discussion, consider action, and approval to appoint Raul Noe Garza Jr. as Deputy Constable by Constable A. J.R. Gaitan, Constable Precinct 4, in accordance with Texas Local Government Code Section 86.011.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
11B, authorization and approval of interlocal agreement between the City of Hidalgo and Hidalgo County Constable Precinct 4 Office for the Texas Commission of Law Enforcement TCO training reporting.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Item 12, Human Resources. Someone there for Human Resources?
Good morning, Judge. This is Erika Reina. Item 12A, I'm requesting a waiver of the following if applicable for the personnel items listed. I need action on item number 3, the budget amendment policy, personnel-related amendments.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 12B is approval of the appointment of interns as per Exhibit A.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 12C for the Veterans Department from the grants that were presented earlier, approve the following actions effective September 1st, 2026. The action is to create the positions as listed: a Program Specialist 2, Grade 11, Program Coordinator 2, Grade 12, Peer Support Specialist, Grade 9. And item 2 is approval of the revised classified position list in accordance with the actions above.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 12D for Facilities Management, approve the following action effective upon Commissioners Court approval. The action is to create a Custodian 2 at a Grade 3 for the position listed, and approve the following actions effective upon Commissioners Court approval. The action is a title change for the positions listed from Maintenance 2 to Groundskeeper 2 with no fiscal impact.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 12D for the District Attorney's Office, approval to create 5 temporary full-time positions beginning 8/18/2026 through December 31st, 2026. The action is to create Assistant District Attorney 1s at a Grade 1 with the position numbers as listed.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 12F for Precinct 4, Road and Bridge, approve the following actions effective upon Commissioners Court approval. The action is to delete an Administrative Assistant 4, Grade 10, and to create Equipment Operator 3, Grade 10, with the positions as listed.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 12G for the Executive Office, approve the following action effective upon Commissioners Court approval. The action is to add an auto allowance to the Director of Business, Finance, and Economic Development in the amount of $5,000. The position number is listed.
Motion to approve?
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion carries.
Thank you.
Do we have somebody from the probate court yet? Okay, we'll go to Urban County, item 13A.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioner. Joel Olivetta with the Urban County Program. Agenda item number 13A, discussion, consideration, and possible action approving the First Amendment to the Memorandum of Understanding between the Hidalgo County through the Hidalgo County Urban County Program, the City of La Villa, and the Hidalgo County Drainage District Number 1 for the City of La Villa, East Lateral Northern Weir, to clarify responsibilities related to real property acquisition, to modify the Texas General Land Office procurement responsibilities, and establish construction payment and reimbursement procedures in accordance with the GLO requirements. Subject to legal approval, recommending approval.
Motion to approve?
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
13B, discussion, consideration, and possible action approving the First Amendment to the Memorandum of Understanding between Hidalgo County through the Hidalgo County Urban County Program, the City of La Villa, and the Hidalgo County Drainage District Number 1 for the City of La Villa Eastern Lateral Southern Weir, to clarify responsibilities related to real property acquisition, to modify the Texas General Land Office procurement responsibilities, and establish construction payment and reimbursement procedures in accordance with GLO requirements, subject to legal approval, recommending approval.
Motion to approve?
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Agenda item C, discussion, consideration, and possible action approving the First Amendment to the Memorandum of Understanding between Hidalgo County through the Hidalgo County Urban County Program, the City of Mercedes, and Hidalgo County Drainage District Number 1 for the City of Mercedes, South Mercedes Lateral Improvement Project, Phase 3, to clarify responsibilities related to the real property acquisition, to modify the Texas General Land Office procurement responsibilities, and establish construction payment and reimbursement procedures in accordance with GLO requirements. Requesting approval.
Motion to approve?
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Agenda item D, discussion, consideration, and possible action approving the First Amendment to the Memorandum of Understanding between Hidalgo County through the Hidalgo County Urban County Program, the City of Progreso, and Hidalgo County Drainage District Number 1 for the City of Progreso Drainage Outfall Project Phase 1, to clarify responsibilities related to real property acquisition, to modify the Texas General Land Office procurement responsibilities, and establish construction payment and reimbursement procedures in accordance with GLO requirements, subject to legal approval, recommending approval.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
E, discussion, consideration, and possible action approving the Urban County Program to award and enter into a construction contract with Elite Grading and Paving LLC, the lowest responsible bidder, in the amount of $316,462.47, utilizing funds awarded to Hidalgo County by the Texas Department of Agriculture under contract number CFC 240082 for the 2024 Colonia Fund Construction Program. Funding subject to compliance with House Bill 1295, subject to legal approval, recommending approval.
Motion to approve?
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
F, discussing consideration on possible action approving Urban County Program to enter into a construction contract with Elite Grading and Paving LLC, the lowest responsible bidder, in the amount of $84,285, utilizing CDBG funds from fiscal year 2025 Sullivan City Street Improvement Funds, recommending approval.
Motion to approve?
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Agenda item G, discussion, consideration, and possible action approving the Urban County Program to award and enter into construction contract with Science Brothers Construction LLC, the lowest responsible bidder, in the amount of $427,131, utilizing funds awarded to Hidalgo County by the Texas Department of Agriculture under contract number CFC 240082 for the 2024 Colonia Fund Construction Program, TX CDBG DR funding, subject to compliance with 1295, subject to legal approval, recommending approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
H, discussion, consideration, or possible action approving the Urban County Program to award job order contract to Reno Works LLC through Hidalgo County's membership in the Interlocal Purchasing System TIPS, job order contract number 25010402 for the purchase and installation of park equipment in the amount of $80,268. Funding for this project will be utilizing CDBG fiscal year 2025 precinct 4 park and recreation facilities improvements, recommending approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you, Doctor. We're gonna have to go to the workshop in a few minutes. Can you take number 7, Monday, probate court?
Yes, sir, Judge. Item 7 for the probate court, and that would be probate court number 1. Requesting approval to ratify submittal of a grant application to the Hogg Foundation for the Rio Grande Valley Policy Initiative. Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Let's go to item 18, Planning Department.
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. For item 18, we do have a open cut permit from RGV Land Development LLC. This is for El Cantao Phase 3 subdivision located in Precinct 1. Staff recommends approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Wally,
Thank you.
Can we go to yours? Oh,
Yes, sir, Judge. And actually, for the record, if we can just go real quickly to item 19, 19A, 1, 2, 3, and 4, there will be no action today. Again, no action on item 19A, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And still have a couple of minutes. Do you want to go ahead and address the balance there, Mr. Soto, on
Yes.
your item? 19?
sure.
And for the record, we did have a public participation forum, but there is no action at this point, Ms. Fern. Okay, thank you. Okay, go ahead and just address the balance.
Yes, agenda item 19B, we really went into one, approval to enter into an interlocal cooperation agreement between Hidalgo County and Hidalgo County Community Supervision and Corrections Department for fiscal year 2027 in relation to the drug court alternative incarceration program with authority for county judge as authorized official to execute agreement and approval of interfund transfer. Recommend approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
So, Mr. Soto, I'm going to ask if we could please wait, because we've got less than a minute, and we do have a public participation form from Ms. Fern McClarty on item 19C1. So. Judge, we're about 25 seconds out.
May I have a motion to recess the Commissioners Court meeting?
Motion made.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. I've got 10:59, we're on recess.
Got about 15 seconds.
I'd like to have a motion to reconvene the Commissioners Court meeting.
Motion made.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We're reconvened at 11:05. Hidalgo, you have item 19B.
Yes, we did, I read it out, do we make a motion to approve it?
No.
B? No, we didn't?
We're just,
Okay. Okay, I'll start with 19B. All right. Approval to enter an interlocal cooperation agreement between Hidalgo County and Hidalgo County Community Supervision and Corrections Department for fiscal year 2027 in relation to the drug court and alternative incarceration program with the authority for county judge as authorized official to execute agreement and approval of interfund transfer. I recommend approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
well, hold on. Did we have, where's Bundy? Because we had somebody who wants to address this.
It was on 19A, I think.
It was on 19C.
It was on 19A.
It was 19B?
A.
but there was no action.
Oh, it's already, okay.
There's no action.
Then we have a motion to approve. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Okay, last item on 19C, requesting approval of budget revisions as per Exhibit A.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Yes, 19C. Thank you.
Yes, and I got some phone calls, so that's why I'm not sure. This one, they had asked because y'all are looking, Precinct 2 is looking for a trail and development project of $8,413,132.40. And the individual that called wanted to know, do y'all keep up on any of the trails? This is speaking to all of you. How many people use it and how many incidents that a police or a sheriff has to come in? So I said I would ask y'all if y'all do that, and because I know myself personally on 2nd Street, where they have the walking trails, when they first started, they had several rape attempts in the years past and men showing themselves, so they just kind of wondered if the precincts watch that. The second one is about the Wi-Fi project, $4,425,772. They wanted to know how long this keeps going and who this is for, and so I said I would ask that one. And then the last one, I didn't have any idea. I tried looking up what the Tyler New World project is. So if someone could explain, because that's $3,705,932.19, what it is. So if you could kind of answer, have you checked how many people?
I got it. You have to repeat it. So with respect to the trails, I invite anybody to go in this 100-degree weather at 8:30 at night to the to Veterans and Bears Trail. That's where we have our main parking lot. It's right next to PSJ Bears baseball facility, and see how many people are out there. I don't count them, but the parking lots are full. We had to add an additional parking lot because we have a full parking lot every night. So whoever called,
8:30 to what?
just go at 8:30.
Oh.
And it's
All
super
right.
packed. With respect to incidents, you're always going to have incidents. We always recommend that people, run, walk with somebody else. We have the safest trail in the world because we have cameras, we have lights, we have the benefit of having the constable's office help us in the morning, like at 5 o'clock in the morning, and then in the evening. So compared to any other trail, we have the safest trails probably south of San Antonio or probably in Texas. Because nobody has lights all night long. Nobody has cameras. Nobody has a constable's office. So do we have incidents? Absolutely. We probably have, if I were to guess, 1 or 2 a year.
All right.
Thank God nothing serious. Well, it's serious to the person that it happens to.
Yes.
But it's been usually when they're alone. But we address it right away. I think we've caught everybody that has done something. So that's on the trails.
All right, that's what they were asking, because I'm sorry, being a woman, I am a gun instructor, so I tell them that everyone has to watch their surroundings at all times.
And everybody should always be with somebody else.
Yes,
I mean,
absolutely.
whether you're a man or a female,
Absolutely.
running or biking by yourself is
Dangerous.
could cause incidents.
I agree. Thank you.
We're in the process
Let
of-
me,
I'm sorry.
let me tell you that we're first ever hike and bike trail in Precinct 3, and thank you, Commissioner. I'm leading. I tell all my friends, and I've known the commissioner even before he was a county commissioner. We've been good friends, and I look up to him, all the amazing things that he's done for Precinct 2, and I'm following his footsteps, and I call him all the time to get some advice. Let me tell you that our residents, we're not even done with the trail yet. We should be done in the next week or two. And our parking lot, just like the commissioner said, is full. And we're so blessed to have our law enforcement there. Our constable's office from Precinct 3, Larry Gallardo, they're always there, 24 hours a day. We haven't had any incidents. Obviously, it's brand new. But I get a lot of messages from our residents thanking us. One of the things that they started sending messages on Facebook and Instagram, that, they like to walk in the afternoon or at night, but we didn't have any light. So we were able to light up our walk, hike, and bike trail, and, it is packed with children, mothers, fathers, and it just feels great that they're able to walk safely outdoors, and exercise, the health and the well-being of our residents is very important to all of us. And I'm so excited that our residents are using it and they're happy, and, it just shows that they're out there. So
And do you have the cameras like precinct 2?
We don't have cameras yet. We are going to install a 911 pedestal or an emergency pedestal in case somebody falls or has an accident or something happens. They can press a button and law enforcement will be alerted immediately. However, like the commissioner said, Cantu, is that our constable office is right there, pretty much on the trail. So it's a constant in and out of law enforcement, which makes it very safe.
And what time is your evening? His was 8:30.
It's about the same. I got a call yesterday evening, like, hey, what's going on? I mean, did something happen? Or, like, well, what do you mean? Well, your parking lot is full. So, we leave at 5, or the majority of us leave at 5 from our building, and the parking lot is being used by residents, which is just amazing. And that's another thing that we didn't have to spend extra money and finding and buying property so that our residents can go and park. They're using the facilities that are already there, which is just, it's an awesome thing.
Well,
So I'm very happy.
Thank you, because like I said, I don't know about these. I just asked the question,
And just,
so
and
thank
don't,
you.
I know Commissioner wants to talk, don't hold us to the standard of cameras because nobody has cameras. There's a beautiful trail on the west side of town. It's been around for a long time. It's probably like 10, 15 miles. They don't have lights, they don't have cameras, they don't have constables. So cameras is great. I'm glad I have them, but we can't always have cameras and lighting everywhere.
I would love cameras too, but you're a person that is here every court meeting, which we appreciate. However, costs keep on going up, and more cameras, more this, more that, more money for the taxpayers.
And that's why we ask when y'all build these things, doing a good job, but there's always another a thing to watch out for the public. And a lot of people, especially women, do not pay attention. So that's, I guess, the concern of this individual.
I think they're safer in our hike and bike trail than walking on the streets and being run over or have more, the possibility of having an accident on the
I
side of the
agree.
roads and together with our children, So, for me, having something like this that we can save life by being healthy and prevent that heart attack. You're talking to other people in the trail and talking about the experience that they've had with certain health issues that they can, improve theirs is just a way to go to be able to provide a wellness and well-being in our citizens that might not even go out to walk if they didn't have this hike and bike trail next to their home. We're my hike and bike trail is surrounded by thousands of residents, and I believe there's about 6 schools that are going to be able to use, our children are going to be able to use these hike and bike trails.
Well, our main thing, I guess, is having the constables or whatever paying attention to any dangerous spots.
I'm going to brag about my staff just a little bit. We're about halfway through a 16-mile hike and bike trail construction. We're about to pave another mile, which is extremely fantastic. The Drainage District, City of Donna, City of West Coast, City of Alamo, City of San Juan, Donna Irrigation District, and Irrigation District Number 9 are all partners within this where they let us use their right-of-way and have been great to work with. If the county had an inspiration award, Eddie Cantu would get that award because just like Commissioner Villarreal said, when I first started, the first official function that I attended was his groundbreaking for his hike and bike trail, and I said, the moment we walked in was, we need to do something like this. All of our hike and bike is being paid for by the American Rescue Plan, so it's not even coming out of local taxpayer dollars. I would say like 95% of it is American Rescue Plan funded, if not all of it. But we are also looking for grants to be able to put up cameras, but we have put up lights along, solar lights from dusk till dawn along our trail that's been completed almost all the way through the halfway point. We have to order them in increments as the trail gets completed, but we're keeping that in mind. We're also applying for grants that may be able to allow us to put in more safety features, whether they're covered shelter areas, watering stations, bathrooms, cameras, 911 addresses. I know that, we reached out to Mr. Cruz, Manny Cruz from the RGVDC, and we're trying to explore how we can put 911 addresses along the trail so that we can provide ways for people to do that. The city of Donna created a bike patrol so that they could help us monitor the hike and bike trail. We have partnerships with all of those cities that I was talking about, and all of them are committed to helping us, trying to keep a safe pathway. So we're trying to do everything we can. We're limited with funds,
Right.
but we're trying to appropriate them as we can so that we can increase safety and more accessibility.
Okay, how about your security? Both of them talked about their constable. What do you have there?
So ours isn't next to anything like that, but what I'm telling you is that the city of Westville, the city of Donna have created alternative, police patrols to be able to help us with monitoring the situation where we're at right now.
Thank you.
I would like to also add, we applied for a grant, and we're doing also a citizen park by the hike and bike trail with a dog park. So, it's just that we were able to get a grant. We're only matching with 10%. It's about a $450,000 improvement. And let me tell you that I'm really glad that you asked this question, because it gives an opportunity to tell you, because a lot of times you mention, well, people don't want this and people don't want that. And I can tell you that all of us here, the things that we're doing is because our residents are asking us to do. I wasn't thinking of lighting up the hike and bike trail because it's a cost. Everything costs money. But when you have mothers, families, and telling you, hey, we would love for it to be lighted because we're afraid to walk at night. So, then we start looking on where we can use money or save money here and move it over here. So all the things that we do because our residents are asking us to do it. On the budget that he mentioned on the roads, it's a good thing. I like to take pictures and let the residents know what their employees, because they're paying for it, their equipment, their employees, what are we doing, where are we doing it, at what time, and where we're going next. And people start asking, well, when are you going to pave my road? When are you going to do this? When are you going to do that? And they're right. But some of the problems that we have is not that we don't want to pave a road, but we don't have enough money to do it. I run out of my budget within the first 6 months of how fast we're working. And then, we dedicate the other part of the time helping cities and pave their roads with their funding, obviously, to pay material. But everything that we do is because our residents are asking. Sometimes we take a little bit longer because we don't have enough money to do it. But, our priority is always the well-being, health, and providing a better service and better roads for our residents can be on.
Let me make one more comment.
Did we answer your questions?
Yes.
Judge,
It's an
hold on 1 second.
opportunity to talk about the hike and bike trails because they're almost county-wide now.
I have 3 parking lots, but I do want to say that the sheriff's office also gave us some of those trailer cameras. So
Okay.
we've put those along the trail at times to be able to help monitor that situation.
Okay, I know which ones.
And let me just say, Precinct 4 is not far behind. We are working on 2 walking trails as well to create that connectivity to the east and to the west. And so learning from their experiences and the requests of lights and cameras and 911 boxes, all of that is being considered as well.
And main thing for the public and this individual was security, and that's
Always,
what I
yes.
asked. All right, thank you.
We got to brag for 10 minutes.
Okay, let's move on.
Yes, okay, so yes, item C1, requesting approval of budget revisions as per Exhibit A. Recommend approval.
So motion to approve, second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, Doc. Buddy, you want to go ahead and go to yours so we can get the Lower Rio Grande Valley Development Council?
Yes, sir.
Over
I was
there.
Yes, sir, Judge.
They're
I was gonna
enjoying
ask.
the meeting tremendously, I know.
So,
And Manny's now
So
got
if
more
we
job
could-
responsibilities.
so if we could please go to item 21, 21B, 1 and 2. So 21B, 1 and 2, presentation by the LRG BDC of the Hidalgo County Active Transportation Tourism Plan, and the second item will be a resolution authorizing the adoption of the Hidalgo County Active Transportation Tourism Plan, the active plan. So,
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. Thank you so much for adding this to the agenda. This is a long time coming. So, Judges, Commissioners, on behalf of our organization, I would like to formally acknowledge that in 2022, the Hidalgo County contributed to the development and creation of the Active Transportation and Tourism Plan for Hidalgo County. This regional effort was made possible through collaboration and funding awarded from the FY 2020 Transportation Alternative Set Aside, or TASA, and financial support and participation of local partners such as Hidalgo County, and we greatly and sincerely appreciate your support. The Active Transportation and Tourism Plan serves as a comprehensive, forward-looking initiative aimed to enhancing mobility, connectivity, and quality of life throughout the county and ultimately the region. The plan focuses on expanding and improving infrastructure for walking, biking, and other non-motorized modules of transportation, while also promoting tourism by linking communities and key destinations such as parks, cultural sites, and natural attractions. This plan obviously complements the existing one in Cameron County. That was one of the stipulations that we asked the consultant to consider, is to make sure that it interconnects with the Cameron County master plan that they have. So literally, you can identify trails, hike and bike trails that travel from Cameron County into Hidalgo County. And as the resolution alludes to, on expanding and improving infrastructure for walking, biking, and other additionally, the plan identifies opportunities to improve safety, accessibility to all users, including pedestrians and cyclists. Encourage healthier lifestyles through increased physical activity, strengthen economic development by connecting visitors to local businesses and attractions, and foster regional collaboration by creating a cohesive network of trails and active transportation corridors across jurisdictions. By aligning transportation planning with tourism and community development goals, this plan provides a strategic roadmap for long-term investment and coordinated growth across Hidalgo County and the surrounding regions. We extend our sincere appreciation to Hidalgo County for its commitment and contribution to this initiative. Your support played a critical role in making this valuable regional resource possible, and we look forward to continued collaboration in advancing these shared goals. Copies of the final completed publication will be presented to you here today, and to each of the commissioners or the precincts to take back with you. We also we also have it online. So after today, since you all provided the funding through a grant, we will provide the resource online through our Facebook, through emails. You'll have it available, so you can put it on your website, so it can be viewed online as well. Again, your initial investment, I will say, I do want to provide that update because initially we came before you back in 2022. So the total funding, $264,000 of that reimbursed was going to be back to the county, $148,500 with an actual investment of $115,500. However, due to our research and obviously our aggressive negotiation skills, we were able to cut down that amount by a lot. And so the total that was provided back to you was $186,971 and 31 cents. Overall, active mobility plan cost $306,703.76. With that, pending any questions, this concludes my presentation.
This is an amazing book. Thank you.
Yeah.
This is incredible.
So I'm glad you guys presented. I was about to create my own map. So this is awesome. This is amazing. I think we need to work together to be able to have, I know in San Antonio they have like, what do they call it? heads, like you go onto a map and you can see where something had a trailhead starts, right? So I think we need something where people can know where they can go park and start the trail. And then probably QR code, maybe not as complicated as this, because this takes in everybody.
Yes.
But for instance, if an out-of-towner or even our own residents, because they don't know all the trails we have, they get to the trail and they're able to choose a route based on mileage and stuff like that. I don't know if it's all in here, but I think since you've already done a lot of the groundwork, I think for a few $1,000s, we can kind of bring that into the situation.
Yes.
Like a dashboard?
Something easy, right? So they may be in a hotel room, because I do it like in San Antonio. I'm like, okay, I figure out where I'm at, and then I look for the closest trailhead. And then I see how many miles, and then I don't do a lot of miles, so I take off, right? I want them to have that same ability here, right? Find a trailhead or find a number of miles based on what they want to do, and then they know where to park. I think that's very important.
Yes. Most definitely, we will look into that and know that after today, we're going to go before the 22 cities so they can adopt it as well. And so what that provides is an opportunity for each of the cities that have or precincts or the county to apply for funding using this plan as obviously a resource because that's what funding agencies ask for. I mean, what's our return of investment nowadays? And so with having this plan available, you're able to let them know the details of what's going to be accomplished and how are you going to accomplish it. But most definitely, that's a great idea. I think we have that for somewhat Valley Metro identifies the bus routes, actual live, tracks the bus from point A to point B, so they don't have to be waited around. Park and rides are identified, and so I think that's more or less what you're requesting. So we'll definitely look at that.
I didn't get to brag earlier, but so 10 years ago, when we built the trail in San Juan and FAR, we were able to say that from San Juan you can go all the way to UTRGV. I mean, that's absurd, right? Well, now with Weslaco coming to San Juan, they're halfway there. It's going to be Weslaco. And I use the UTRGV because it's so far north and it's kind of central.
Correct.
But Weslaco will eventually get to UTRGV. Hidalgo, because we're building a trail from Hidalgo to McAllen to Mission. So Hidalgo can get to UTRGV. Mission can get to UTRGV. And in the future, people don't see it now, but that's going to be a real transportation. It's going to be a really a way where maybe people can use bikes or electric bikes to get from one place to the other. So it's pretty exciting.
The other thing, Commissioner, I'm sorry, Judge, I know we're kind of talking, but this is important, I think. A couple of things. The QR code, I think, is a great idea. I think that what we wanted to do along the trail for going back to safety is putting QR codes along the way so that we could identify 911 emergencies using QR codes at mile markers and things like that in as we develop the 911 call centers with those phones, you know. So that's an idea. Number two, I think this is an amazing project. I would recommend that we update it every year or every biennium, just so that when funds become available, we have something to reference as a supporting document for all the types of funding sources that we can go look for. If we do it once and then forget about it,
Correct.
then we have to go back and recreate the whole thing. You've already done all the base foundational work. Let's just update it regularly so that we can keep it as a living document. And then third one just escaped me. So,
mile markers are important because, like, I would have noticed, like, where do I start my mile markers? Do I start it in San Juan, Hidalgo, Mission? So we kind of, I think I need help, like, establishing, because you don't want to have mile 1 10 different times, right?
Correct.
And so that's important.
We'll be working with RGV MPO. Initially, that's where the funding came from. And so that was one of the factors that they would update the plan on a regular basis. And so the plans are under work for that. And like I mentioned earlier, this complements Cameron County's plan, so you can actually travel from Harlingen all the way to UTRGV or Brownsville to UTRGV in one of these hike and bike trails.
if grant funding becomes available through the COG, then obviously you have it the Tri-County area, you have it regional now.
Correct.
So that regionalization opens up more funding, I think, through state programs.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry, now I remembered. Apologize. Going back to the MPO, the new MPO standards are going to require a segregated bike lane. through a curb separation, not through a painted line. So as future MPO projects are getting developed, and I think the first one in Westaco on mile 10 is 3 miles, that's going to be an important part of this, because it's going to naturally add, as we develop projects, it's going to naturally add to this connectivity on major corridors, which is going to open up more pathways for more hike and bike trail access.
So that includes Cesar Chavez, it's 2 years away, or?
I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying that, look into your MPO
Okay.
projects, because I think that segregation is now a requirement.
Awesome.
Somewhat
To
related.
keep in mind.
I'm sorry. Somewhat related, your transit authority initiative, how are you doing with that?
Judge, right now, we actually, as you know, we secured funds through the MPO again, about $350,000. So we're getting ready to do a feasibility study for that. That will identify whether it's feasible, and most importantly, identify a dedicated funding source, if there's one out there, or various funding sources to dedicate to the Regional Transit Authority. And again, this only complements that effort because that's a different type of mode of transportation. So, baby steps, but eventually we'll get there. And I, be remiss if I didn't mention the RGV MPO back when I started at the LRGVDC in 2002. Discussions were about merging the MPO back then. And so it took a while for that to actually come to fruition. So it's a process.
Well, transportation is a huge barrier for a lot of people, so I would like for you to put a high priority on that thing. Anyone else?
Yes, sir.
A picture,
please.
Motion to approve?
Second. All in favor, say
Aye.
Aye. Carried.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You want to finish yours, Valde?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Judge. So item 21A, 1 through 4, nothing to discuss or act upon today. And item 21C is presentation and acceptance of the audit report submitted by the Hidalgo County Emergency Service District Number 6 for the year ending December 31st, 2025. And with that being said, Ms. Fern McClarity does have a public participation form.
Well, just like the last one, if you'll just kind of explain a little bit, because after they called me, I looked it up, but so I thought I'd let y'all do that.
Ms. Fern, with respect to any questions with respect to the audit report submitted on behalf or from the Emergency Service District Number 6, I'd have to direct you to that board. This is a requirement that their audit report be presented to the court.
Okay, so how would the person get that?
I'm sorry?
How would a person get that?
Ms. Fern, if you'll give me a couple minutes, let me see if I can
All
get
right.
you a
Thank you.
contact. All right, thank you. So, Judge Commissioners, we do have that for acceptance, or acknowledgement and acceptance.
So moved. Did you need a motion?
Yes, please.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. To accept the report, right?
Yes, to accept and acknowledge the report. And item 21D is approval to ratify and enter into interlocal cooperation agreements between the Hidalgo County and Tropical Texas Behavioral Health for fiscal year 2027, which the period is September 1st of 26 through August 31st of 27, with authority for the county judge as the authorized official to execute agreements for the following programs as listed below on the agenda, which would be constables 1 through 5, for the mental health officer program and constables 1 and 4 for the safety and security services with the attached agreement amounts.
Motion approved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And item 3 would be the approval of the certification of revenues by the county auditor and appropriation of the same as listed on the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And one other item is the approval to pay the overtime reimbursable under these agreement terms and conditions.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item E is approval to accept the settlement check in the amount, or a settlement check from Allstate Insurance Company in the amount of $11,409.40, and this will settle an auto accident claim with one of our county vehicles.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion carries.
Item F is approval to accept the settlement check from Progressive Insurance in the amount of $970 to settle an auto accident claim with one of our county vehicles.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Vote. We have a motion and a second to approve. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And 21G, appointment and/or reappointment of Civil Service Commissioner. This, the appointment is by our County Commissioner Precinct 2.
Alfredo Mata Jr., I believe.
Second motion.
That's my motion.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion carries.
Thank you.
We have to move to closed session, so pursuant to Chapter 551 of the Texas Government Code, we're going to be returning to closed session to discuss items listed under 551.071, 501.72, 511.074, and .087. I have a motion to do so.
Motion made.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. I have 11:39.
Thank you. It's 1:28. We're back from closed session. Walden?
Thank you, Commissioners. Item under open session, item 24A, real estate acquisition appropriation for same. There's no specific action or discussion to be had. 24B, pending and or potential litigation. There's no action to be had. 24C, cause number CL 26-4272-J, Armando Cisneros versus Hidalgo County. Judge, Commissioners, I'd like for this to be assigned to the District Attorney's Office Civil Division, Mr. Robert Bobby Vina. If I could have a motion, please.
Motion made.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Item 24D, claim of Domingo Rodriguez. Judge, Commissioners, I'd like settlement authority to make an offer in the amount of $100.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
24E, claim of Project Resources Group, Inc. Commissioners, I'd like settlement authority to make an offer in the amount of $476.66.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
And Commissioners, I do have one clarification with respect to an action item that was taken under 21G, which is the appointment, reappointment of a Civil Service Commissioner. Commissioner Precinct 2 did appoint to the Civil Service Commissioner and did name a name, but part of that action was also that this individual that was named would also serve as chair to that commission. So if we could, Counselor? Yes, Mr. Alfredo Mata. So if we could just take action to that as well.
Motion to approve.
Second.
So he's not, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Mr. Guerra, we need to go back to 14.
I'm sorry?
Item 14.
Yes, item 14.
Was there?
Item 14 is Health and Human Services. Ms. Irene, DA.
Yes. Good afternoon, Irene Sarmiento Rangel. Item 14A, pursuant to Texas Government Code Section 157.903, requesting approval of 2 indemnifications that total to an amount of $25 as a result of clerical errors pertaining to health services, requesting approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Item 14B, requesting approval to accept the amendment number 1 to contract number HHS 001434900003 for the Texas Cancer Registry data sharing agreement between DSHS and Hidalgo County, and for the county judge to sign the agreement and related documents, requesting approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Item 14C1A, discussion, consideration, approval to draw down funds for demonstration year 15, UC final payment and IGT in the amount to be determined by HHSC instructions from the local provider participation fund with a transfer date of August 31st, 2026 and a settlement date of 9/1/2026. Item B is approval of the certification of revenues as certified by the county auditor from the LPPF in the amount to be determined by HHSC final instructions. And item C, approval of appropriation of funds from the LPPF in the amount to be determined by HHSC final instructions. Requesting approval.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Item 14D1A, discussion and approval to set the county indigent healthcare program federal poverty level at 50% and the household resource limit at $5,000 for fiscal year 9/1/2026 to August 31st, 2027. Item B, discussion and approval of basic and optional services for fiscal year 9/1/2026 and August 31st, 2027. There are no changes to the program other than we're increasing the resource limit from $2,500 to $5,000. Requesting approval.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Item 14.2A, discussion approval to set the county indigent healthcare program level 2 federal poverty guidelines at 200% and the household resources limit at $5,000 for fiscal year 9/1/26 to August 31st, 27. Item B is discussion approval of basic and optional services for fiscal year 9/1/26 and August 31st, 2027, and discussion approval funding for CICP level 2 Hidalgo Blue. The same thing, there's no changes other than we're increasing the resources to 5,000 from 2,500. Requesting approval.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank
Need
you.
to go to item 18.
Planning Department, I believe they've already done planning.
Got it.
Is-
Item 20.
Yes, Ms. Daniela, we did do planning, correct? Yes, we did. All right, thank you. Item 20, Purchasing Department, Mr. Amezcua.
Good afternoon, Judge Commissioner, Mr. Guerra, Mr. Garza. For the record, Ignacio Mesco from the Purchasing Department. Agenda item 20A for County Judge's Office. 1A, requesting exception from competitive bidding requirements under Texas Local Government Code 262.024A4, a personal service.
Motion to approve?
Second?
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
B, requesting approval of a personal service agreement and fee schedule between Hidalgo County and Omar Guevara for consulting services related to economic development, hospitality, and community development. Staff recommend approval.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Mr. Amezcua and Commissioners, for the record, there is a public participation form for Ms. Fern McClarity on that agenda item that was just acted on, but Ms. McClarity is not present in the courtroom. Go ahead, Mr. Amezcua.
Thank you, Mr. Guerra. 20B for Precinct 1. 1A, presentation of the scoring grid for the purpose of ranking by Hidalgo County Commission score of friends submitted responses to Hidalgo County Professional Engineering Service for the construction, management, material testing, and inspection for the Mile 2 West Rehab Project in Hidalgo County Precinct Number 1. Do you wish to rank in the order of score?
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
B, requesting authority for the Hidalgo County Purchasing Department to negotiate a professional engineering service agreement commencing with the number 1 ranked firm of B2C Engineering for the Precinct Number 1 professional engineering service for the construction, management, material testing, and inspection for the Mile 2 West Rehab Project. Staff recommend approval.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Commissioners, go ahead, on item 2.
To requesting approval to purchase a 2027 water truck through Hidalgo County membership with Sourcewell from Kenworth through French Ellison Truck Center in the total amount of $218,698.48. Staff recommend approval.
Motion to approve?
Second?
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Mr. Amezcua and Commissioners, for the record, 20B, 1A, and B, Commissioner Fuentes is not present and did not participate and/or discuss the action item that was acted upon the court. Just wanted to put that on the record, as he would be abstaining from those two action items.
Okay.
May I ask for you all to acknowledge that?
Commissioner Fuentes is abstaining on item.
It would be 20, 20B 1A and B, as he is not present.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Mr. Mescua, for the record as well, 20C 1A and B, Commissioner Fuentes is not present and will not be discussing or acting on these items. Go ahead, Mr. Mescua.
20C for Precinct 2, 1A, presentation of scoring grade for the purpose of ranking by Hidalgo County Commission score, offering submitted responses to Hidalgo County Professional Engineering Services for construction management, material testing, and inspection for Eldora Road from FM 3362 to Veterans Boulevard in Hidalgo County Precinct number 2. For the record, 2 firms were evaluated, B2C Engineering with a total score of 3 points, and Garza and Hernandez, PLLC, with a total score of 6. Do you wish to rank in order of their score?
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
B, requesting authority for Hidalgo County Purchasing Department to negotiate a professional engineering service agreement commencing with the number 1 rank firm of B2C Engineering or precinct number 2 professional engineering service for construction management, material testing, and inspection for Eldora Road from FM 3362 to Veterans Boulevard. Staff recommend approval.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
20D for Precinct 3. 1. A, requesting acceptance and approval of the final negotiated professional engineering service agreement with Siebold for the TX HSIP projects and ranking approved by Commission score.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
B, requesting approval of work authorization number 1 to the contract with an estimated cost of $54,000 as submitted by Siebold in connection with the HSIP projects to provide professional engineering service for the project. Staff recommend approval.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
20E for Precinct 4. 1. A, requesting acceptance and approval of the final negotiated professional engineering service agreement with Cass Lee Investment, DBA CHJ Group for Carmen Avila Community Health Service Facility Retrofit Project as ranked and approved by Commission score.
Motion to approve? Second?
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
B, requesting approval of work authorization number 1 not to exceed the amount of $60,220 as submitted by CHJ Group to provide professional engineering service for Carmen Avila Community Health Service Facility Retrofit Project with authority to issue a notice to proceed. Staff recommend approval.
Motion to approve.
Second?
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
20F for Facilities Management. 1. Requesting approval to award the order contractor Dynasty General Construction through Hidalgo County membership with TIPS for the installation of door hardware at courthouse project in the amount of $23,291.04 with authority to issue an notice to proceed upon receipt of the required payment and performance bonds. Staff recommend approval.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Commissioners, for the record, there is a public participation form from Ms. Fern McClarity, but she is not present, and this has to do with the current project at hand with the sound barrier issue at the courthouse. So
Thank you.
we do have a motion.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Thank you.
2. Requesting approval to purchase HVAC equipment through Hidalgo County membership with Vibor from Train US in the total amount of $405,966 with authority to issue notice to proceed upon receipt of the required payment and performance bonds. Staff recommend approval.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
3. Requesting approval to award the order contractor SKO Elite Repair to Hidalgo County membership with TIPS for the roof coating at emergency management project in the amount of $202,247.44 with authority to issue a notice to proceed upon receipt of the required payment and performance bonds. Staff recommend approval.
Motion to approve.
Second?
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
20G for countywide. 1. A presentation of scoring grid for the purpose of ranking by Hidalgo County Commission score or graded vendor submission with the recommendation by the evaluation committee members for debris monitoring and management services. Do you wish to rank in the order of scores?
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
B. Requesting authority for Hidalgo County Purchasing Department to negotiate with the number 1 RAM vendor, Thompson Consulting Services, to finalize an agreement for debris monitoring and management services. Staff recommend approval.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Agenda item 20G2, at this time, no action. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. So for the record, Commissioners, in item 23A, there is no action, or there's no need to take any action. 23B, there is no action as well. Item 25, there's no need to go back to closed session, so there's no action. And item 26, there is no need for the open session as well. Before we adjourn, our next Commissioners Court meeting is scheduled for September 1st, and that will be an AM meeting, 9:30 a.m. Drainage District, 10 a.m. Commissioners Court. And again, as a friendly reminder, we will have, after the 1st of September, the next court session is scheduled for the 15th of September. That'll be an AM meeting, and then we will have the following week for the adoption of Hidalgo County's budget. So we will be having Commissioners Court on September 22nd as well.
So the first, 15, and 22nd?
Yes, the 15th and 22nd will be back-to-back. And then then we'll go back to our scheduled, which will be on the 29th, and then we go back to our regular
And
schedule.
the 22nd is a PM?
Yes, the 22nd is a PM, yes. And I'll send a friendly reminder to all. We have adjournment.
Thank you.
Oh, can we have a motion to adjourn?
Motion made?
Second?
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries.